Hi, morning everybody, and welcome to module 13 of the Act 4 Scene 1. And we stopped yesterday at lines number 157 and 158 to be precise, and that's page number 71, Oxford book. So I'd like to give you a prelude over the philosophy that I had taught you yesterday. So what had Prospero said, so these are some of the most famous lines, children of Shakespeare. This speech is often read and analyzed as Shakespeare's farewell to the world of theatre. The mask, Prospero says, the baseless fabric of this vision would eventually dissolve, leaving nothing behind, thus exposing the illusory nature of the performance. He goes on to claim that it was far from reality, as those actors were only spirits performing, they were not real. At another level, this can also be taken as Shakespeare's attempt to signal towards the concept of theatre, where there is a Prospero-like playwright, director, who can fashion pageants out of thin air for the pleasure and entertainment of the audience, a very different kind of art, and the idea suggested here is that the illusory performance is like an insubstantial dream that is finished or completed by sleep, and it brings us to that eternal truth that the world is but an illusion, and that's what the Vedas and the scriptures and Upanishads and the Puranas in Hinduism, and not only in Hinduism but in all the famous and upright books of religion have said, that the world is nothing but illusion. It's a maya. It's a maya that will come to an end one day. Whatever we see around is prone to depreciation, and what comes to an end one day is basically treated as false. It's not truth. It's Brahma Satyam and Jagat Mithya. That's exactly what, if I quote, has been attributed to Adi Shankaracharya. That what you see around is mithya. It's not jhoot, children, it's mithya. It's not false, it's untrue. It's not truth. That's it. It'll come to an end one day. It doesn't have a long life. And that's why he says, sir, I'm very vexed. I'm not only vexed, as Prospero says here, because of the transitoriness of the world. Of course, he is philosophically very, very, very fine, refined, and acknowledged. So he says, I'm vexed, but I'm vexed because of the conspiracy that people are brewing at the back of my back to kill me, even when the world is so inconsequential and insignificant. But then he says, bear with my weakness. He tells to Ferdinand that please bear with my weakness. Please do tolerate my infirmity, because I'm old. My old brain is troubled. I'm an old aged man and I'm definitely troubled. But be not disturbed with my infirmity. Do not be disturbed. Do not be agitated with this weakness of mine, which is but a consequence of my agedness. Well, if you pleased, if you would like to retire, go into my cell and relax for some time, that is repose. But I would take a turn or two. I'll walk to still my beating mind. Prospero intends to take a walk in order to calm his restless mind, and rightly so, since he appears to be the puppeteer in control of too many things. So he's definitely a little disturbed. And he needs to have his own space to get back to power and control again. So having finished that philosophy and having understood the reality of life in real, of course, gratitudes to Shakespeare for that, Ferdinand and Miranda leave Prospero to his own space, because they realize that it is important for them to understand their father's construction of the mind, the disturbance and state of the mind. So dismissed to their own devices, Ferdinand and Miranda leave Prospero, but he is not alone for a long time. The benign father who produced magical shows for his children's delight, and the old man who mused on the realities of existence, are both lost in embittered revenger who is determined to chastise and punish the clumsy varlets Stefano and Trinculo, who have involved themselves allying with Caliban in his latest attempt to take his life as confederates and conspirators. So their conspiracy seems to have taken Prospero by surprise. Apart from this, he has been in complete control of all that has happened on this island. As I told you, he's a puppeteer having in control of a lot of things. He has been in complete control, state managing the other characters as though the play were his own play. But the real object of this, of his anger, of his wrath, is of course Caliban, who has repaid all Prospero's teachings and trainings with nothing but ingratitude, who has attempted rape on his daughter Miranda, and who is now leading others to murder his own benefactor, that is Prospero. So it is for this reason perhaps we find Ferdinand and Miranda taking a very bold and matured step to give him his peace of the mind in space. And so they say, "We wish you peace, sir." And they leave the stage, they exhumed from the stage, and Prospero come with a thought, "I thank you, Ariel." And he invokes Ariel, his right hand, without whom his work, his art is definitely incomplete. Ariel being a pseudo-hero of the play, he immediately comes and presents himself at his master's earnest disposal. So enters Ariel. So we'll again continue in the next module. Until then, stay tuned and be thorough with your text. Take care of yourselves and be responsible. Thank you.